Hi there, I'm Sonic EXE and welcome to my driving tutorial series called Driving Mechanics. In this series, we will cover 3 in-depth topics in 3 videos. Fundamentals of driving, understanding what your vehicle is capable of, analyze and interpret context and circumstances. I am using a Mazda MX-5, both stock and upgraded. This is indicated at the top of the screen. Weather can impact your driving, so I will control this variable by filming during UK's warm summer season.
For the money. Now, what you see is what you get.
As standard from the manufacturer, it weighs 1048 kilograms. This front mid-engine puts out 116 kilowatts or 156 horsepower and 201 newton meters of torque, powering the rear wheels. With mechanical upgrades, the Mazda's weight is reduced to 926 kilograms. Racing with a controller or a steering wheel. Getting comfortable is just as important as your driving style. How you sit to be comfortable is subjective, so take a moment to find what suits you best. This handheld position is common with many Xbox controller users. Place your index fingers against the left and right upper bumpers and the middle fingers against the lower triggers. Place your left thumb on the left stick and your right thumb on the right stick. Wrap your forefingers and pinkies around the lower bottom of the controller handles. Your manual shifting should take place on the upper bumpers, acceleration and braking on the lower triggers. Change of horizontal view on the right stick and steer with the left stick. If you find this uncomfortable, try placing your middle fingers, forefingers and pinkies around the lower handles of the controller. Place your index fingers on the lower triggers and your thumbs not repositioned. The difference is using your right analog stick for sequential shifting. Move the right analog stick in an upward and lowered motion. Do not map any keybind to the left and right push of the right stick. This will cause an unpleasant experience as the movement of the right thumb is not consistent in moving up and down. Set the keybind of up shifting to up against the right stick and low shifting to low against the right stick. Great work on taking your first step on becoming a professional and responsible driver. Let's begin with Chapter 1. Steering and rev matching. Actively listening to the engine RPM and glance at the speedometer, because although it is good to be slow in and fast out, if you are not managing the inertia of the vehicle correctly. Pardon me for the rude interruption. Inertia in simple terms by Oxford Learners Dictionaries, linked in the description below, states that a property of matter stays still or if moving in a straight line, unless it is acted on by a force outside itself. Thank you. Future Sonic signing out. Not managing the inertia of the vehicle correctly to give yourself the advantage against your opponent will classify you.
This looks like it was driven by a college dropout who can't race for shit.
Which brings us to simple but easily forgotten Chapter 2, Accelerating and Braking. Drifting in a circuit discipline is inefficient acceleration and control. So do not drift intentionally in circuit races. Your vehicle must always accelerate and decelerate. Not doing so can cause imbalance and instability on the suspension, unless required for a long straight for high speed. The effects are destroying the brakes to a point where the brakes and tires have no traction. This results to unwanted understeer or oversteer, and worst of all, losing your race position. This is when you are driving without any system assists, but it still can occur with the systems enabled in uncommon circumstances. This is what to do on controller. On both left and right lower triggers, gently press the triggers in increments, as if pressing the pedals with your right foot. This allows you to manage decelerating without ABS and stability control, and allows you to manage acceleration when accelerating without traction and stability control. This principle can be applied in the real world. Bonus tip, engine braking. Yes, you can decelerate with just your gears. There are 3 steps. Step 1, let go of the accelerator. Step 2, lightly press in the brakes and lightly let off the accelerator. Steps 1 and 2 are up to you, so choose wisely because they are subjective to the context of how it is valid for each driver. Step 3, go to a lower gear. This will lower the range of the allowed speed within each gear. The lower you go, the lower the speed. This technique will save your brakes from locking the wheels and overheating. There are moments where you want to slow down a little without losing the high RPM range and race line. If you do this on the roads, be careful not to overdo it on the RPM range, as this can damage your engine in the long term, if not destroying your engine beyond repair. Chapter 3. Steering. There are 2 ways of steering, when driving off-road and on-road. When on-road, this is done by choosing the most appropriate race line. A race line is an imaginary path that a racer lays out and follows to achieve the best speed and traction. When decelerating, always brake in straight lines and start braking before reaching the turn. You are too late to control the vehicle if you are reacting to a turn when you are at a turn. Raise your line of sight and look at the map to plan what you are going to do next. Have you heard of turn right to go left and turn left to go right? This principle is mandatory for high-speed off-roading. This is needed because tires on mud, gravel, or grass don't create grip as well as tires on tar or cement surfaces. The tires lack grip because the ground moves as the tire moves across. This skill, known as power sliding, allows you to slide without losing a large amount of speed and torque. The basic challenge. First, turn into the direction you need to travel. Now, use the weight of the vehicle to initiate a power slide. Do not use your brakes or e-brake. Let off the accelerator or by oversteering while accelerating. Once the power slide has started, initiate full throttle and steer into the direction you wish to travel. From now on, manage the power and steering. When you want to return to a straight position, let go of the accelerator and bring the car into a straight position and start accelerating. This is the advanced technique. In this context, we are traveling at high speed down the hill and must turn left at the sharp curve. When entering the long straight before the left sharp curve, let off the accelerator and snap the steering to the right. This is where we use air resistance, engine braking, and braking to achieve an appropriate speed to enter the turn. Just like in the basic challenge, slam on the accelerator and turn left. Maintain the car's angled position to not spin out, and manage the throttle to not understeer and go off the track. Exit the turn and proceed. As demonstrated, the car and tires are not straight. It is angled to rotate on its vertical and horizontal axis. Concluding fundamentals of driving. So in summary, get comfortable, control the revs and manage speed, always accelerate and decelerate, practice steering technique for on-road and off-road. That concludes this topic. Are you looking for an edge in your driving? Hit the bell icon to get notified of the best tips and solutions for your needs. And if you want help in real time or have a cool down with myself and my friends, join my Twitch stream at xxsonicexc63. I stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the times displayed on the screen. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
It's every good for himself.
Oh no.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good.
Explain yourself before I was Barry to explain to.